Thank you and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time of joining us, I would like you to subscribe to the channel, and also I would like you to share this video, and I would like you to comment on this video. Today I was just doing some studying, and I come across some information about how the challenges that Africans been going through back in Nigeria and Ghana and Sierra Leone, Tanzania, just country in Africa, and seems to be universal when it comes to these challenges. So part of the problem that faces Africans, it can be summarized into maybe 3, 4, maybe possibly 5, points. Tribalism, maybe we talk about greedy leaders, lack of mission, or we can talk about possibly religion, faith and religion, how it impact us as African, and how it affecting African as a whole. Even when it comes to dispute, when it comes to some kind of fight or tribal struggles, it's usually sometimes or most of the time has to do with religion. And it got me thinking that religion is just faith and a belief. We only do what our parent does when it comes to religion. Most of us, I think in a high number, maybe 90% of us, we usually, go by our parents' religion. Whatever our parent does, if your parents, if they are, Muslim, you probably a Muslim. If they are Christian, you probably a Christian. If they choose to be traditionalist, you probably gonna go to that area. We just follow the same footstep that our parent does. We are so consumed into faith-based society, hope-based society. This is just my own opinion. I want to hear your own opinion also. We are here to empower one another, just to strengthen ourselves through knowledge and through information sharing. My opinion that we are just faith-based. We are faith-based society. We are hope-based society. Sometimes we are not very realistic. So if something that we should have done physically or look for solution to it physically, we tend to kind of hope and go pray or go to the mosque or go to the church or do other things apart from really truthfully sitting down and looking for a physical and subjective, objective solution into that problem. And I think this is just me. I think that's one of the problems that we, or some of the challenges that most of us, most African countries faces. That the religion supposed to bring peace and joy and support our life, our quality of life. But it seems to me that it's not doing that now. It seems like it's taking us into the wrong direction, and it's not letting us kind of be able to think clearly and kind of be able to think for ourselves and to find solutions to challenges that we have. This also leads into tribes. Certain tribes believe in certain kind of religion, and before you know it, any little incident it turns into religion. Let me say this: we pray in Africa. Africa prays. Nigeria prays. If they pray, we pray. We have churches in one building. You might have 2 churches in one building. You might have 4 churches in one building. That is Nigeria for you. Even in Africa, in other countries too, it goes like that. It's churches, not industries, not schools that empower or train you for a career, not something that can add value to you physically. We are so much spiritual. We are spiritual people, but at the same time, we have to be physical and be able to face the reality of what we are facing. Our spiritual leaders, they are not helping so much. That's why sometimes things kind of go either way. that we are not really there where we're supposed to be. We don't want to be faith-based society. We shouldn't be faith-based society only. And we shouldn't be a society of hope only. What are we hoping for? If we need a job, let's create a job. This brings me to this. In high school, when I was in high school, we will have religion study. In school, we have BK, we call it BK, which is Bible knowledge. You take it in the graduation, exam when you finish high school. Then we have IRK, which is Islamic religion knowledge. Those two religion has a translation in our local language. So they have it in Yoruba, they have it in Hausa, and they have it in Igbo. Bible and Quran in those local language. But I've never seen none in chemistry that is translated to our language. I've never seen none in physics that is translated to our language. I've never seen biology in translated to our language. It's just for us to be able to understand what is actually going on. What are we doing? So now all we have is a faith-based society, a faith-based country, a hope society, a hope country, hoping that one day things are going to be better. We follow these countries that are not sitting, they are not doing what we think they are doing. We're talking about the Israel. Israel is not just sitting down there and praying. Israelis are not Christian. They are Jew. Jew are not Christian. They don't believe in Jesus Christ. If you have Christian in Israel, very, very minute. So that means 99% don't believe in Jesus Christ. But we in Africa, we will be praying in the name of God of Israel. Saudi Arabia, they manufacture weapons. They seek security protection all over the world. They buy weapons. They harm themselves. They protect themselves. They protect their people. We will take our resources and go over there to Saudi Arabia and go to Israel and pray in their name. And they are being practical and facing the reality. Some of the problems and the challenges that we have can be solved. Look at it. The developed countries, they don't have to really go to church and sleep for days or go from mountain to mountain to go pray. You know why? Because their government has provided them most of the things that we go to Africa to pray for. The government has provided them to them. So they don't need all those things. They have jobs. They have medical, system that help them if they need it. They have educational system. They have good roads. They have lights. They have food. They are doing well. So they don't have to go to church from morning to evening and 6 days or 5 days in a week in order for them to survive. They don't have to because their government has been able to provide those things for them. I know so much about the Nigerian part. So it seems to me that we just have a tribal leader. We don't really have government because in a system is higher than the law or bigger than the law and everybody just does whatever they do. It seems like the government is not functioning at all. That they are just, a tribal leader. They don't have a vision to bring as a governor, as a government, to say, hey, this is our vision in the next 5 years. This is what we're gonna do, because they don't. They don't. We has to kind of look into ourselves and kind of, understand what is going, what are we doing, and to be able to pinpoint that what is religion meant to elevate us to the greater level, to the greatness, or it keeps us from thinking rationally. For us to be able to think, to have a rational thinking, or for us to be able to think on our own. When they say you just have to have faith, yeah, you have faith in what you have in your hand. You pray so hard, and it seems like the result is not what we are expecting at all. Insanity is doing the same thing all the time and expecting a different result. So we have to change the way we've been doing things. All our factories, all our industry has become churches. When our land has become a dumping ground. If you make TV, it's already finished somewhere else and just dump. If you make clothing, it's made somewhere else and just dump. Pharmaceutical, somewhere else and just dump. And we continue to complain that our youth, our working class doesn't have job. They are jobless because all the jobs has been outside the countries, and the products just dumped there. That's why we don't have jobs. So if we want to do that, we can change that by promoting and creating and supporting people that are ready to create jobs. Look at, for example, Nigeria. We have companies that makes cars. But what does the government of Nigeria does? They buy car from somewhere else and never support the indigenous car automakers. The government is supposed to create conducive environment for private sector to strive, for companies, for businesses to strive. But are they leading? The first prayer is to be physically practical and identify the problem and come up with a plan to solving that problem. That is the first prayer. Once you start that, then you start praying for it to succeed, to support it. Once you already pray for guidance, for direction. Once you pray for direction, you get that problem. You understand what you need to do. You come up with a goal. You have come up with a plan. Then you can now pray for it to go through. That is just my perspective. I don't think you should be praying when you don't have anything in your hand to be blessed. God blesses what you have in your hand. Do we have anything in our hand to be able to get what we need? To get a job, to have factories, to have good health care, to have good road, to have adequate power, to have water supply, nice, clean water supply. Do we plan for that? Do we plan for that? When I was doing this studying, I just come across it and I just think, well, I'm just, having my own little voice into it. Let's keep going. Let's keep talking about it. And hopefully one day. But while we do that, we have to take action. We have to take action, involved in creating things and having a practical mindset. Don't let it be based on faith society and hope society that all we do is based on faith. All we do is based on hope. The developed world they don't hope on faith, and they don't hope on things. They are practical. They sit down, they identify the challenges, identify the problem, come up with a plan, and go for it. Some other continent part of the world doesn't even believe in God like that. They don't even believe there is God. They don't even believe there is anything, and they live a wonderful life. It is time. It is time for us to liberate ourselves mindset. God is God. The Almighty is Almighty. But the way they package it sometimes, the way they present it sometimes, the way they, give it to us sometimes, it is not the right way. How do I know that? Because it's not yielding the right result. We continue to struggle and struggle and struggle and struggle. It seems like it's unending struggle. It seems like nothing is working. And if it's not working, then we got to change our way. Thank you very much for listening to this little piece of my voice. If this is your first time, like I've said earlier, I would like you to subscribe to this channel. I would like you to comment, and I would like you to even share this video. Thank you very much. Until I see you guys in the next video, have a wonderful and a great